So I want to start with, where should everyone start with Shaklee? Like, we have a lot of products, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So where should anybody who's new to Shaklee, where should they start? And our recommendation is that everybody should be taking a multivitamin and a protein. And we'll go into our options for multivitamins and why everyone should be taking a multivitamin. And then we'll go into some of our options for protein and why everybody should be including a protein in their regimen. Okay, so the why. Everybody needs a basic multivitamin. And the reason for this, and I alluded to this a little bit earlier, most of us aren't getting what we need from our diet alone. I think a really powerful stat is 97%. So almost 100% of us aren't getting the vitamin D we need from our diet alone. And we have stats, very similar to that for vitamin E and calcium and magnesium. It's just that majority of us don't get what we need from our diet alone. Okay, so supplementing that with a multivitamin can help fill those nutrient gaps. So to make sure that you're getting all that nutrition that your body needs to function at its very best. So we have a couple options for you to choose from for your multivitamin. We have Vitalee, which is our line of core multivitamins. We have an option, and I'll go into details on this on the next slide, but we have an option for women with iron and extra folic acid and iodine, because it can also serve as a great prenatal multivitamin. We have an option for men. We have an option for adults over 50 with and without vitamin K. We have a brand new option in gummy form, because that is definitely the trending form. I mean, I grew up in the Flintstone vitamin generation, so most people my age want gummies. They want to get their nutrients in, not a pill form. They can be harder to swallow. So we have a gummy form as well. And then we also have a Vitalee with methylated B vitamins for people who are looking for those. So that is the core basic multivitamin. The next step up is Vitalizer. So this is a more comprehensive approach to basic nutrition. This strip, you'll see that little strip, has Vitalee in it, but then it has other nutrients as well. It has an omega-3, it has probiotics, it has extra B vitamins. So this is for people who want a little bit more than that basic multivitamin. Now, great product. We have an option for men, we have an option for women, we have an option for adults over 50, but it's just generally good for everyone, right? But if you want something that is truly personalized to you, our third option is Meology. And we'll go into some details on this in just a minute. But the basics behind this is you take a short quiz, you tell us as much or as little as you want to tell us about yourself. And then we have this really smart system that was created by our incredible team that determines the vitamins and minerals that you need and the amounts that you needed in. And then it curates a recommendation for you with all of this super powerful content on why you need it. And then we put it into these cute little packs that are delivered to you. This is definitely my recommendation on where to start, and we'll provide some reasons why. But again, those are the three options. Your basic core multivitamin with Vitalee, Vitalizer, which is a little bit more comprehensive, has Vitalee plus the omega-3s and the probiotic, or Meology, which is your truly personalized recommendation. Okay. So just a little bit of detail on our Vitalee line. So this is our family of core multivitamins. As I mentioned, we have an option for women called Vitalee Women, and this has iron. Unlike any other multivitamin in this line, it has iron. And then it also has extra folic acid, extra iodine, because we formulated it for women of childbearing age, women who are menstruating. So also a great prenatal in case you are trying or get pregnant. The next option is Vitalee Men. This does not have iron. It has a little bit extra magnesium, so it's going to help support muscle health. So really specifically formulated for men. We have two great options for adults over 50, Vitalee Gold with and without vitamin K. This has a little bit extra B vitamins. And, as we get older, we have a harder time, absorbing some nutrients. B vitamins are one of those. So we have extra B vitamins. We also have some extra antioxidants in there. This kind of leans into what we were talking about with Vivix, that our cells are under attack. So we want to give you as many antioxidants as you need so you can protect your cells. So that's Vitalee Gold. Vitalee methylated. My recommendation with this one is If someone's asking for it, we have it for them. If they're not asking for it, I probably wouldn't recommend it. But just the basis behind this one is with some of the B vitamins, when you consume them and they get into your body, they have to be activated in order for your body to use them. And, with the recent increase in genetic testing, there's actually a change in people's DNA that reduces their ability to activate those B vitamins. So there's this assumption that people who have that change in their DNA should be getting those B vitamins in the methylated form. The science, the research, yep, exactly, MTHFR. So the science, our R&D team is constantly surveying this literature, and what the science tells us is whether it's folic acid or methylfolate or vitamin B12 or methylcobalamin, they're equivalent regardless of your genetic background. But again, we understand that there are people out there who want it, so we wanted to bring it to you all so you have it as an option for those people who want it. And then the last option that we have within our Vitally line, if you go to the next slide, is, sorry, can you go to the next slide, Claudia? Is our Vitally gummies. So we just launched this at our summit at the end of June. These are so good. I have a hard time, the serving size is 3. I have a hard time taking just 3. They're strawberry flavored gummies. The gummy technology has come a very long way recently, but gummies, just so you know, they can't quite hold the same nutrition that a tablet can. So what we focused on here are those nutrients that most people aren't getting enough of from their diet. Because we can't put everything in there, we wanted to make sure we focused on those things that are absolutely essential to be supplementing with. So you're going to see vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, along with other, essential vitamins and minerals in here as well. But we're really trying to over-index on those things that are absolutely critical to be getting through supplementation. Okay, so just a little bit more info on Meology. I think I'll tell you why this is my recommendation on where to start. First of all, it has so much value to the customer. The first thing is, it's so hard to know where to start, right? And this assessment does all the work for the customer, and it does all the work for you too, right? You don't have to, as an ambassador, be an expert in nutrition. You can rely on Meology to tell your customer what they need based on their needs. So it really just cuts through all the noise, all the weeds, and tells you exactly what you need. So what it is, it's a super short assessment. I don't even think it takes 5 minutes. Like I said earlier, you can provide as much or as little information as you want. You can just say, hey, I am a woman, I am 46, and you know what? I want to reduce my stress and I want to get my gut health in check. And then it's going to, based on everything you told it, determine what nutrients you need and the amounts that you need them in. You can also tell us more. You've been to the doctor recently and you have your cholesterol data. You know how much you weigh. You're a 23andMe customer. You can upload that. If you have a family history of heart disease, you can tell us that. So we really dive in deep, and you can give us as much information as you want. Obviously, the more that you give us, the more personalized your recommendation is. But we, want to make sure you're comfortable sharing. Of course, all of this information is protected. But again, like I said, once you complete that assessment, we're going to curate a list of supplements that are personalized to you. Where I think the power of this really lies is in the content that we serve up with each of those recommendations. So health and wellness, we all know what's good for us, right? We all know that we should be eating fruits and vegetables and be exercising every day. But it's hard to commit to that, right? So what the research tells us is when people know why they need omega-3s, why they should be getting more vitamin D, they're much more likely to comply to that recommendation. And we see that in our sales. We see that people who use Meology, the repeat order rate of that is higher than anything else. And I'm very confident it's because they have those whys. They know why. They know I need omega-3s because, you know what, you told us you have a family history of heart disease. And we know that omega-3s are really, really important nutrients for heart health. When they know that, when they have that personal connection to that supplement, they're much more likely to comply to it. So that's why I think it's really important, really the great place to start for the customer, for the ambassador. Like I said, you don't have to be the expert. You can rely on Meology to do that. But then it also, you learn so much about your customer. You learn like, what are their goals? What are they trying to achieve? So it initiates that relationship with the customer. So my favorite place to start